Good morning, guys. How you doing? I'm back. So welcome to my update. My name's Sarah and this is my channel, Sarah's Weight Loss Diaries. It is lovely to see you. I feel I've kind of been away for a little while, so it's been 2 weeks now since I've done an update. So welcome back. It is great to see you all. I've got loads to tell you as well. So let's get going. So Mounjaro week 30 update. So had quite a little bit going on for the last couple of weeks. So like I say, I do apologise that I missed last week. We did get back off holiday on Saturday night, late Saturday night. So I didn't actually do my update on the Sunday, so I thought I would leave it. And then I've got a full proper update for you today. So, wow, how has it been? So I have been on 7.5 milligrams. So my last update, I'd done my first week on 7.5. So I've then had week 2 on 7.5 and oh my God, it has been absolutely wiping me out. It has proper kicked my arse. So I was feeling really sick. I've been feeling awful, barely eating anything. As you know as well, I've been getting back into my running. I was really struggling with running because I got no energy because I couldn't eat. And yeah, it was all a little bit awful just before holiday. So I jab on a Friday. So I did my 7.5 jab on the Friday before I then went away on the Wednesday. So luckily things settled down a little bit, so I jabbed on the Friday and then things did seem to kind of calm down a little bit by the Wednesday, because the last thing I wanted then was to be on holiday. I'm been feeling really sick, I'm feeling really awful. So luckily it did kind of ease off a little bit. So because of that, because I was away from the Wednesday, so we flew on the Wednesday and we were there for 10 nights. I did actually miss a week, so I have missed one jab as well whilst we were away. I made the decision not to take my pen with me because I always keep mine in the fridge. I know there's like some talk that you don't have to always keep it in the fridge, but I do. And because we were in Cape Verde, it is super hot, and I didn't want to risk my pen. Turns out we did have a fridge in the room, but yeah, I made that decision not to take it with me. So I've skipped a week. Wasn't sure how that was going to be, I'm not going to lie, because obviously it wanes, doesn't it? It just kind of, yeah, it eases off. So I wasn't quite sure how that would be. But what I would say is it's actually been okay. Obviously, we went on holiday. We went to Cape Verde. We did all-inclusive. And I was a little bit worried about how I would be. I know a lot in my other videos I've said how much I love a buffet. I love a buffet. So I wondered how I would actually be on that. So let's have a little talk about it. So holiday, wow, it has been amazing, absolutely amazing. And I've talked about it so much on my on the build up of us going, because we booked it like last May, so we've been waiting for so long. But the holiday was absolutely fantastic. I would really recommend it. We went to Boa Vista and stayed in the Rio Caramboa hotel. I have done another little video of the hotel, and just to show you all what it's all about. It was because I didn't want to do it all on this video, because this is all about my weight loss one, so I have done a separate one as well, so I will upload that as well for you, so you can have a little look where we were and where we stayed. Beautiful hotel. It was massive, absolutely massive, and quite a lot of people there as well, which quite surprised us. But the actual holiday was fantastic. The food was really good. Lots and lots of choice of food. Like I say, I was a little bit concerned of how that was going to be, how I would react to that as well, because like I say, I love a buffet. I'm shocking for filling my plate up and then going back and just nibbling. I don't know about you guys, but I love a buffet. So the food choices that were there were actually really, really good. So lots of choices of protein, so lots of meats, lots of salads, lots of vegetables. They did have a lot of also your pizzas, your chips, your pastas, garlic breads, bread, cheese. The dessert the dessert thing was absolutely mental. So many different cakes and ice creams, but they did have lots of fruit as well. So as you can imagine, kind of being faced with that when I'm on a Mounjaro weight loss journey was quite daunting. So I walked in first time and we're like, right, okay, so yeah, I filled my boots, I'm not going to lie. So first day I was a little bit, I piled my plate a little bit too much. But once I'd kind of got over that excitement, because I always wanted to try different things as well. So I did kind of go a little bit excited for a start, but it soon settled down. I got into a routine. So, because obviously that is 3 meals a day. So whereas I kind of force a little bit of breakfast in, I'll have a little bit of lunch and a bit of tea. So having that faced for 3 times a day consistently, it was a little bit of a challenge. However, I did get into a routine. Like I say, for my breakfast, I got in having poached eggs and spinach, beans on toast. I did have beans on toast as well. So that was kind of mainly breakfast, or a little bit of fruit. The pineapples and the oranges and the melons was absolutely delicious. Lunches, just tried to keep it a bit lighter with the lunches, and then obviously tea was, again, it's a massive choice. So I did try to stick with things like fish, chicken. I tried sea bass for the first time. I've always wanted to try sea bass, and it was absolutely delicious. And hake, I think it was. So did try a little bit of different types of fish, chicken, vegetables. I did have a few chips a few times and a little bit of pasta. But in general, I tried to be as good as I could, but without trying. That seems a little bit weird, doesn't it? We were talking about it this morning, and I think it was more of a subconscious effort that I was making, because I didn't go out there thinking I'm going to be really good, or I'm not going to have any treats, I'm not going to do this. I didn't go out thinking that. I was like, I've waited over a year for this holiday, I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to have a few treats. And I think that's what I tended to do. It was more of a subconscious kind of choices that I was making with my foods. Yes, I did have some puddings, I had a few little cakes, I had some ice cream as well. I did have a few chippies. Stayed away from the pizza though. I was quite pleased about that. Because I do try to stay away from as many carbs as I can, because it irritates my stomach. But as obviously the 10 days have gone on, I could feel, because there was quite a bit of carbs there. So I did feel that as kind of the 10 days of the holiday went on as well. So, but I think I did okay with the food. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. The one thing that was kind of flowing abundantly was the alcohol. It's all inclusive. What do you expect me to do? So in that hotel, there are literally self-service bars everywhere. They are absolutely everywhere. So you can just help yourself to a beer or a wine or soft drinks as well, water. But the thing is, the soft drinks, this is where it did let itself down a little bit. They're all full fat, apart from there was Sprite Zero, but I'm not convinced that was Sprite Zero or Coke Zero, but I don't drink Coke. So I struggled a little bit with the soft drinks. Even the tonic was full fat, it wasn't slimline tonic. So I really did struggle with the mixers or with actually just having a soft drink as well. So I kind of stuck to the water a little bit more as well. Cocktails were really okay. They were quite nice. I had a few cocktails. But again, I think there was only one. I think it was the Monday. I got a little bit carried away and had maybe a couple too many G&Ts on the Monday. However, other than that, I thought I was quite restrained. I think I did really quite well with that as well. So I did do exercise whilst I was there as well. I took my running stuff. Stuart did as well. He did much better than me. I think he did about 4 runs whilst we were there. But I did do 2 runs around the complex, which I was quite pleased with. Did a little bit of swimming. We didn't get in the gym because the gym didn't open till 8, and we like to get up and get it done and out of the way. So you're probably talking between 6 and 7. So I didn't want to wait until 8. So we didn't use the gym. However, we did do a few little runs as well, which was really good. And just to try and be a little bit get a little bit of exercise in there as well. Try and counter the cocktails as well. So so I was quite pleased with that as well. One thing that what I did observe quite a lot whilst we were in the restaurants, and I don't know again if it's just my perception of food now. I don't know where you get the food ick about certain foods and things like that, but for me it's people's behaviours really, really shocked me whilst we were in the restaurants. Just the amount of times that the plates were being, and I mean stacked high, and then going back 3, sometimes 4 times to actually fill those plates up again. And just the gluttony was just really quite off-putting. I don't know, like I say, if it's just my relationship with food now is so different, but that was a little bit of an eye-opener of how people respond around that amount of food, because there was a lot of food available, but actually how people respond to that was quite shocking in times. Yeah, people just a bit weird when it comes to free food and their behaviours as well. But anyway, that's just my little observation from that as well. So whilst we were on holiday, like I say, I did, I wanted to wear my bikinis, as you all know. So I bought my bikinis and I wore my bikinis with pride. I will put a little photo up here. I did do a bikini shot just of proof that I did wear my bikinis. I was really quite happy with my choices and how they felt as well. I've got, my tan I've got a very brown belly, which is fantastic. it was, yeah, it's not seen daylight for a while. So yes, I get a very brown belly now as well. But yeah, really pleased with my bikinis and all my dresses as well. Every time I got ready for going out in the evening, felt really good in all of my different dresses as well. I put a couple of little photos up as well. And also with the weight loss that I have achieved so far, I'm so pleased that I was able to get out and do some different activities. So we did a full island tour. So we all piled into a 4x4 truck and got ferried around the island, which was really good. We did sandboarding. Oh my God, again, I'll put a couple of photos up of us sandboarding, and we did snorkelling, and that's the first time I've ever done snorkelling. It was amazing. And I was thinking, well, we were talking about it as well, 3.5 stone ago, I would not have felt comfortable doing those activities. I would not have worn a bikini. I would have felt really awkward doing sandboarding, and I think, to be perfectly honest, I would have really struggled with that, because you had to, yes, it was great going down this big massive hill, however, and then I had to walk back up in the sand, up basically a massive sand dune, and it was really hard work as well. And also squeezing into the trucks to get to those activities would have been really, really uncomfortable, because they literally shoehorned us all in to this truck. Yeah, we're probably about 8 people in the back of a 4x4 truck. So if, again, 3.5 stone ago, I would have really, really struggled. Well, we both would have really struggled with that as well. So feeling really positive and taking those positives of my weight loss so far, and the positive impact that that's then had on our holiday and our experiences as well, which I was really, really, really pleased about. So yeah, so that was kind of our holiday, and how I've actually managed with my weight loss whilst I've been away and whilst being on Mounjaro. And again, on reflection, I do feel that the good food habits that I have started to make over the last 7 months, it's showing that they are actually really quite embedded in. Yes, I've eaten 3 meals a day, but the choices that I've made for those 3 meals have been better choices. Yes, there are times, like I say, could have maybe chosen a little bit better. However, still had vegetables, still had salad, and still had my protein as well. So I'm really quite happy. I'm really quite chuffed with how I've managed that that time as well. So I did get onto the scale. So I weighed myself before we left on the Tuesday. So I weighed myself, and then I got onto the scales first thing on Sunday morning when we got back on the Saturday night, and I had gained, clearly I'm going to have gained, but I actually only gained 3.5 pounds. So, boom, absolutely amazed with that. I'm really pleased that it is only 3.5 pounds. I do put that down to a lot to the carbs. Like I say, I don't generally eat carbs because it bloats me. Alcohol, clearly, I've drank alcohol most days. In fact, I drank alcohol every day, I'm not going to lie. In some proportion, it might have just been a little bit. Or yeah, so the alcohol bloat, the carb bloat. Puddings, yes, I've had puddings, I've had ice cream. So 3.5 pounds, I'm actually really quite pleased with. So that was on Sunday. And then obviously this week I've been trying really hard to get back into my routine, because I've talked about this before, about routine, and I really struggle when I'm not in routine. So I've been trying really hard this week to actually get back into my routine. So because I missed a week of my jab and I was really struggling with 7.5, what I did on Sunday is, rather than jab up with a full 7.5 after missing a week, what I did was I did a reduced dose. So I think I just did 30 clicks, or is it 40? 30 or 40 clicks out of my pen. So that would have took me to around 5 milligrams, just to try and ease me back into the pen, rather than then jabbing on a full 7.5 and being absolutely floored again. So I did that on Sunday. And yeah, so far so good, touch wood. Everything seems to be ticking along okay. I've got back into, just eating my normal bits and bobs. We did a shop, so we've got all our fruits and veggies and proteins and things back in. And then what I will do is, because it's Friday today, so I haven't jabbed today, so I'm going to actually wait until Sunday, and then I'm going to do probably the same again and do a smaller dose on Sunday also. So I did get on the scales again this morning, and I have managed to lose just over 2 pounds since Sunday. So that bloat has come off. So I'm actually only a pound heavier than I was when I first actually went on holiday. So I'm really quite pleased. I thought it might come off quite quickly. So I'm back down to just a pound heavier than what I was when I went on holiday. So really trying to get back into that routine now and get back into it. Focus now to get into my target as well. I still am hoping to get another 2 stone off. So hopefully, like I say, once we get back into that, I haven't ran since I've been back. One thing I have noticed since we've been back is I am absolutely exhausted. And I mean exhausted, like fatigued to the hilt, honestly. I've been really struggling. So I've been trying to make sure that I'm really hydrated. I'm drinking plenty of water, getting my food obviously back to what it should be. And I'm starting to readjust and starting to feel slightly human again now. So I haven't been out for a run this week yet. I was going to go this morning, but I haven't. So I think tomorrow morning, Saturday morning is going to be when hopefully I'm going to get back out and try a little run as well and get back into it, because I've got events coming up. I need to get out and get running again. So that is us. We are back. We have had a fabulous time. We have managed Mounjaro whilst we've been on holiday, and I think we've done okay with it. We have done okay as well. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. It is great to be back. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much as well to all of I've got some new subscribers, so hello. It is great to have you on board. So please do spread the word. Like I say, I am trying to my goal is to try and get up to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. So come on, we're at like mid-September now. So if you can subscribe, that would be fantastic. Yay, and then I will upload my video of the hotel and also my little runs that I did as well. So it is great to see you all. It's great to be back, and I'll see you all next week. Have a good week, guys. Bye.